All right. Hello. Hello, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Ian. I'll be the host and the DM on this particular session. What I'm gonna do is I'll go around and we'll have each of our players here introduce themselves in turn. I'm gonna put y'all on the spot immediately, and I'm gonna have everybody just tell me one describe your character. Give me your name, your race, what sort of sorcerer you are. But also go ahead and give me just one neat thing about your character. Just one, just a little sentence or two, just about what makes you you. And because I can, I'm gonna start up at the top of the call here, and I'm gonna start with the one in the plaid. Who are you? Who are you playing? And why are they cool?
Did you pick me?
Yeah, I picked you.
Me?
Me?
Hello there. My name is Art, and I will be playing the part of a Goliath named Bureaucrates. And fun fact about Bureaucrates is that he works right here in town. He's code enforcement. Isn't that a fun fact? That fact is so much fun.
You're a Goliath in code enforcement.
Yeah, that's what the department's called. We'll see what shape that takes.
I love it. That's great.
I mean, it's thoroughly documented here in triplicate. I know precisely what that means.
Awesome.
Paper, carbon paper.
And so we'll go next. I never know if the call's the same orientation or not.
I think it's different, buddy.
Okay, yeah, because I got it in a window and stuff. So, next, the gentleman in the glasses. Who are you and who are you playing?
I'm Mark. I'm going to be playing Felkirk, a drow half-elf sorcerer who's in town for a friend's pre-wedding party. I'm not going to say bachelor or bachelorette because I don't really know. But he's in town for the pre-wedding party, and before this all started, he somehow got separated from the group. and he's not really sure if it was intentional on the part of the group that he was with. Like they may have like accidentally lost him, or he just kind of they let him wander off and didn't go. Oh hey, yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh. They're like, oh, someone. Falkirk's gone. Oh,
Oh
Falkirk's
well.
gone.
Hey, Falkirk. Okay, whatever.
Awesome.
Oh, it's a wild magic sorcerer. Sorry.
Cool. All right, next, Lady in the Hat. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Jade. I will be playing Professor Aramis Blackthorn. She is a human shadow sorcerer. She is a professor of the arcane arts, and she's kind of like Mary Poppins, but if Mary Poppins was played by Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh
Nice.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. Alrighty, and let's see with the pink headphones. Who are you, and who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Ari, and I'm going to be playing Talila. I am a centaur divine soul sorcerer. And I am very far from home right now. I am not from Eberron, and I'm very confused.
And last but not least, the gentleman with the axe. Who are you, and who are you playing today? Oh, you're muted.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go.
There we go.
Ah!
About that. All right. Technology. You and you millennials and your newfangled Twitch and Discord and stuff and
Roll music.
And we're going to Eberron of all places.
no, right? Couldn't be like back in my day we had Greyhawk and we were happy.
It's that
Well,
good. We liked it.
Oh no.
By the way, I'm probably the only one of you who only one of us who ever played in Greyhawk.
Yeah, I never did.
All right. Well, that's because I'm the old guy.
Wasn't
my
that
name is Jay.
Gygax's like personal playground or something?
Yeah, it was the original setting, more or less.
It was Gary Gygax's original setting. Mordenkainen and Bigby and all those came out of the Greyhawk setting. There was a box set for Greyhawk in AD&D, just so you know. I don't have the box anymore, but I have most of the set. And showing my age. My character I'm playing today
Ari's about to show something.
His name is Sol, and he's a protector Asimar. I picked divine draconic ancestry. Sorry. And my fun fact is that in a past life he started out as a soldier, and when he was there he picked up a gambling habit, and as a result he collects different bone dice to gamble with.
Dice collector in game.
Because we
as
are
well.
all dice collectors.
That's
right?
true.
That's very meta.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
But in a fun way.
I got these glow in the dark dice at Dragon Con. You charge them up with the black light, and they glow in the dark. It's pretty awesome.
Oh,
You know, you can charge blacklight stuff up. You can charge up blacklight stuff with a blue laser.
Really?
Yep,
Okay. Do you have a blue laser?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
To happen. I love it.
Right. Now I need to get a blue laser.
Ark, I actually forgot. What sort of sorcerer are you?
I didn't tell you. That's why. Draconic bloodline.
Okay.
Very, very proudly got that dragon.
Awesome.
I had to double check that because I let D&D Beyond randomly generate my character for the most part. It'll be fine.
Right.
This is fine.
It'll be
Everything's
fine.
fine.
Or have you played with the new D&D, the new dice roller and Beyond yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, tonight's the first time I'm gonna be fiddling with it.
Nice.
I have too many real dice to use virtual dice.
All right.
I've got my
Oh,
real
okay.
dice too, just in case Beyond decides to act like an actual random number generator. But no, it's a new toy.
This is the
Nice.
20-sided die my players hate when I dungeon master is probably older than some of you. I've had this since I was 11. So it's at least 35 years old.
That is
Dice
older
with
than
a
me.
That is older
reputation.
than me.
That's older than everyone else in this virtual room. Yeah.
Barely.
So I am not giving this up for virtual dice.
That's fair.
Nor should you.
That's fair.
Mhm.
God. Hey, nice. Is that one of the foam D20s, or is that like a real?
No, it's a spin down though, but it's still
Okay.
cool.
Still though,
Yeah,
it's got that nice baseball feel.
you can throw it and it would actually hurt.
I want dice that can break windows.
Pretty.
I have 2 dice that are half a pound of metal each.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Dang. That's. I was about to say how much do they weigh, but duh. About a half pound. What weighs more, a pound of dice or a pound of feathers?
Hamburger.
Hamburgers.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. So
Hamburger?
today, we join our assorted party here in Eberron. We join them specifically in the city of Sharn, the city of towers. Sort of the New York City of Eberron. It's just like one of the few major hubs of civilization that wasn't just utterly effed by the most recent war that tore the continent apart. So, there's still a lot of, the fallout you'd expect. Like, there's definitely a lot of war industry floating around. There's definitely a lot of refugees. Like, there's... The place is relatively well off, but, depending on where you go, it's a little bit slummy. A little bit dirty, a little bit dangerous, which, this is D&D. So we're here for the dirty and the dangerous. So, what I'll have you guys do... I know some of you you're in town because you're in code enforcement, you're in town for a wedding. I'm going to say that this is probably, time of day is probably around noonish, probably lunch hour for those of you working in town. Otherwise, just a convenient time to get lunch, otherwise. What would some of you be doing out in like a market square sort of situation at this time of day?
Probably
I
getting
am
lunch.
And where would
I'm definitely.
No, go ahead. Sorry. Do it.
I was gonna say I'm looking for something. What's the word? Looking for a very strong bottle of booze for the night.
Nice. And
Something a little highbrow.
nice.
Definitely avoiding any direct sunlight. Probably on the way to a next class or something.
Now, is that just because of any sun sensitivity, or is like just the giant burning ball of gas just not your thing?
That one.
Your star, it burns us. Now, I am intrigued as a centaur, Talila. What sort of food would you be going for?
I figure centaurs are omnivores. You kind of have to fuel a body that big.
Mm-hmm.
But she'd probably be most attracted to if there's like any roasting vegetables or anything like that. She'd probably head there first to check it out. So, and even for a centaur, she looks really bizarre.
How so?
Because she is a divine soul sorcerer, she actually more so resembles a unicorn rather than a horse. So she has a more like to go with like the smaller size for like the PC centaurs. I kind of went with like the deer body of like the traditional European unicorn. So she's about the size of a deer and white coat and has like the cloven hooves and the lion's tail. And probably her spell focus is her horn that's about yay long sticking out of her forehead.
Nice. I gotta say, I play a centaur in one of our other games, and it's just a riot. But I have never thought of being a unicorn person at any point. That's I'm just trying
Dungeons and Unicorns.
Nice.
This has been a long game. I've been planning this for so long. I've had this character on the back burner for so long. I'm just like, where can I get away with this?
I'm so glad we are here to witness this.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do this.
More than happy to. This is why I love one shots, because you get to do stuff like this with basically no consequences, realistically. So
Field of Dreams.
okay.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
And so Soul and Bureaucraties, what would you guys be out and about for with the group? What would you be looking out for in the marketplace today?
I would be traveling with my my clipboard in hand, ready to record my findings fill out the forms that I have, really. Look at each of the booths, inspect the goods that are being sold, make sure that they are the goods that the booth is supposed to be selling. Make sure that everything looks right, make sure that the people who are working there are supposed to be working there, because we got rules. And just a lot of that, a lot of checking off boxes. There's no lunch break for me. I'm very, very busy.
But isn't there a union mandated lunch break?
You know what? I bet there is.
Are you some kind of scab?
Oh my gosh.
We'll get back to that.
I'll take your lunch later.
You can't take it too much later, because then you're in violation of the contract.
Yeah, that's it. No more than.
Or are you doing one of those, like, I'm going to work 6 hours and take the extra half hour for lunch, so I don't have to take the full breaks? People. Okay.
It's all
that
very
makes sense.
complicated. It's just like clockwork, but it's
It's clockwork
complicated.
that makes sense to you.
Yes, there are extra gears, but that's okay.
And what's Soul out and about doing right now?
I think I am looking for something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Looking also, just out of the corner of my eye, as a protector SMR, looking for evil to smite. And, maybe if I can get a kebab along the way, that'd be great.
Just casually looking out for evil to smite.
Why not?
That's how that works, right?
How sensitive is your evil meter? Are we talking like a vendor who's like overcharging for stuff evil, or are we talking like I'm gonna go kidnap the princess evil?
Yeah, are you looking for
Probably-
stuff that the code enforcement officer can help you with, or something of a more divine nature?
Not having a handrail isn't technically evil. That's just negligent.
He's not here to enforce OSHA.
That's right. I am not OSHA. Someone else is OSHA, but I am not OSHA.
Fantasy OSHA.
So you work for?
So, making someone work into their lunch hour, not my problem. Child labor, maybe so.
Okay. See, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm stuck on wanting to know if like Sharn code enforcement is like, is it the sort of like regulation where you can't take your lunch anything more than 6 hours into your shift, or that's on the employer, or is it one of those things where you can cut off work if your shift's covered at a half hour early? Like, now I want to know like what is that break structure like? Do you get 2 unpaid 15s or 2 paid 15s along with that? Like,
If you work more than 10 hours, you get 3 15s. And if you work more than 12, you get 2 lunches and 3 15s. Just
And you get
saying.
double time or time and a half.
Yeah, and time and a half.
Yep.
Double time on the 7th day.
These are the important things. Like there are a lot of people out there in D&D who are out there, they only get their money by adventuring or raiding or anything like that. No one ever thinks about the people who are just out there doing jobs. Pulling down that honest wage, you know? Or
Somebody's got to be selling you your weapons, and you know,
someone's got to be making sure that those weapons aren't all lemons, you know? Like
exactly made out of good steel, but you know,
Is it
I
really
have a-
masterwork?
There is a box for this on one of the. It's a weaponized lemon, and it is a thing, and it is you just need to register it correct. It's fine.
I just
be
imagined a
lemons.
lemon on a hilt.
like a little fruity mace.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
it's one of those. It's a morning star.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
it's one
a
of those
lemon
like
on the end.
it's a flail.
Yeah.
It's a flail.
Yeah, exactly.
It's two lemons on the end of a chain.
A citrus,
Lemon, comma weaponized. It's a category.
a citrus flail.
Causes 1d6 acid damage.
Protects you against was it poison?
Scurvy.
Yeah. You're temporarily immune from disease. Get all your fruits and vegetables. It's very important.
Girl Scouts are real aggressive this year.
So, in the process of going out, doing the thing, checking for codes, looking for booze, just getting a bite to eat, staying in the shade. As you're sitting, you know, under the shade of an awning, Professor, you feel a little tug at one of your pockets or belt pouches, however you keep your belongings.
I will look over and see what's going on.
And you look over, and yeah, definitely down at your waist, there is a little girl, maybe about 9 years old, and she definitely has her hand in one of your bags, and she's just like deer in headlights, staring at you, mid pickpocket.
My dear, if you know what's good for you, you will remove that hand immediately and be never seen again by me.
All people should talk to 9-year-olds this way. This is fantastic. So she'll, like, scared out of her mind, she'll yoink her hand out. She'll show you that she doesn't have anything in that hand.
Shoo shoo.
And everybody go ahead and give me some perception checks.
That's a natural 20.
Happy New Year.
15.
Happy New Year. Got a 15.
15.
Wow.
2.
Okay. Well, Talila, the professor, and Bureaucrates, you all note a couple of things. The first thing that you all see is that in her non-pickpocketing hand, she actually has like a little bronze wheel, like a 6-inch diameter, little like flywheel looking thing. Looks like it goes as some part of like clockwork mechanism or something like that. Talila, you also know that as the little girl jumps back away from the professor, she actually drops something. She drops a little piece of parchment down on the ground, and she's sort of starting to like try and back up into the crowd a little bit.
I will kind of come forward a little bit, and that's really far down to kneel. But I am going to kneel down, and I will pluck it up off the ground, and I guess I will look around real quick and see if she's still in the area. I'd be like, "Oh, you dropped this. Okay."
And she actually, as she's backing away, but when she sees that you have that piece of paper, she will stop and be like, I need that. I'm sorry, I need that.
Oh, this is yours. Does it? Oh, and I will take a look at it real quick as I kind of walk towards the little girl.
It looks like a short little shopping list. It's got 4 things on it. It's got it's a shopping list, but it's a weird shopping list from what you can see. The things on it are Alchemist Spark, 2 flasks, some transmission fluid piping, 8 feet of that, a 6-inch diameter bronze flywheel, and you'll note that that's actually crossed off, and 20 iron studs.
Alchemist Spark times 2, transmission fluid pipes, 6-inch diameter flywheel, and 20 iron studs.
Mhm.
All right, I will kind of walk forward to her and kind of smile friendly and be like, here you are. Yeah, sorry, I think you dropped this.
And she'll just reach up really, really slowly and just sort of yoink it. And she'll be like, thank you. Like, I need these for Max, and she'll start trying to shuffle off into the crowd.
Okay, I hope Max gets his things. Bye.
Nice. And anybody else do anything?
Guess I will turn and look at the professor.
Hello.
Hello.
You're not
Did
from around
you-
here?
No, I am definitely not from around here. And did you know that child?
I have no idea. There's many little street rats running around. You have to be careful.
Oh, rats on the streets. I shall keep that in mind.
Yes. Keep track of what you have in your pockets.
I only have pouches. I don't have pockets.
That works too.
Okay. That is good to keep in mind.
And Professor, go ahead and just go ahead and roll me a d20 real quick. And what'd you get?
11.
11. Okay.
Yep.
So you notice that she all your stuff's still there. She didn't actually manage to take anything that you can see or find or anything like that. You knew what was in your pockets. But yeah, at the same time, you're just other than a pickpocket rifling through there, it seemed a little odd that just right in the middle of the day, someone would come and try and go after something from you. But
Did I notice anything peculiar about how she was dressed or what she looked like?
yeah, she looked. She did definitely sort of fit your general description of a street urchin. She definitely looks like some kind of orphan living in somewhere that's probably not an actual orphanage situation. And that said, you did think you think it's a little bit odd that she was trying to pick pockets, but holding a piece of machinery of all things, not thieves' tools or a club or anything like that.
As I see the professor looking through her stuff, I ask if maybe there is something extra that is in your. Do you have anything that you didn't have before? Perhaps.
I will check and see.
Let's see. You actually find in your pouch, in that same one, you actually find some herbs. Just a little pouch of herbs.
Good.
I'll smell it.
Go ahead and give me a survival or a medicine check.
I swear, officer, it's not mine.
It's a plant. I
I
swear.
was holding it for a friend.
18.
18. Okay.
It was a fire.
um,
I was just holding it for a friend.
you do recognize these herbs. They are they're not illicit or anything in any way. They are actual like just normal medicinal herbs that are used in just like common remedies like cold remedies or headache remedies. And you definitely weren't carrying these before. And you think that it's possible that she had her hands full when she was trying to pickpocket you, which is one of the reasons why you noticed. That's Thieves 101. Don't hold something while you're trying to be light fingered.
Right.
You know that, Ian.
That's really nice.
Can't say.
She gave you something.
I believe this is what the kids call a good kush.
This is the dollar store. How good could it be?
Amazing.
Do you want it? I don't have any use for this.
If you hold it out, I will pluck it up and kind of like give a little sniff.
Then I'll give it to you.
Okay. Same sort of thing. Now I want to know what your medicine or survival check to identify those is.
Okay, let me see.
Cocaine. I would know it anywhere.
I would bet my life on it. That will be. Yeah, that'll be an 18.
Okay. So yeah, same thing. You haven't heard of this good kush? Maybe it's local
know what that
nomenclature
is.
for it. But it's that same sort of nice, just generic curative.
That's nice. Well, thank you very much. I will tuck it away into one of my little belt pouches.
You have fun with that.
Thank you.
Hold on. We need to inventory this. We need to document this. I have a form for the recording of such things, and let me know what you got there.
It is a. I will kind of open it up and look inside. It looks like things to make tea for a cold.
Okay, all right.
I believe.
Cold remedy. Okay, yeah.
I'll kind of lean down to the professor and be like, "Is it normal in this land to do so much paperwork?"
No, that's not. I am a professor and I do my own share of paperwork, but not to that extent.
Oh, that's a lot.
3 different pages. The clipboard is there. Somehow it looks like there are more pages on the clipboard now than there ever have been before.
How does he do that?
Does
Sir,
anal retentive have a hyphen?
Hold on, let me see.
Let me check that form.
Let me check that form.
Flip.
Depends on the region you're in. And
Yeah, it's form 38AR-B.
over in Waterdeep, they don't use the hyphen. Here, we use the hyphen. Sometimes it depends on where you're from and
But only in formal situations.
what form of common you have learned.
Talila is like interested, but you can tell she's like logging out. But she's trying to be very polite.
What's the girl done? A street urchin.
At this point, you actually go ahead and give me a perception check, Soul.
She had a really weird shopping list. There wasn't any food on it.
11.
Sorry, what was that?
11.
11? Okay. Yeah, you actually, you kind of catch sight of her in the crowd. Like, she moved off into the crowd a little bit. But she's still sort of milling around, the immediate area. Like, she didn't just completely run away.
And after being caught, she didn't disappear.
No.
Does she seem to be making contact with anybody else in the crowd? Is she picking any more pockets?
Give me a perception.
5.
5? Okay. Not from what you can see. But she's definitely doesn't seem to be moving out of the market. definitely still meandering her way around.
I didn't perceive anything, so I got nothing more.
It's a girl. It's a kid. Whatever.
It's a kid. It was a really weird shopping list, though.
What was on it?
I'm remembering. It was Alchemist Spark. I think I have a hard time reading your alphabet. I think, but trans something fluid pipe. Something about a fly's wheel, and something. I think it was 2 O's iron studs.
Wait. They're looking for a Trans-Siberian fluid pipe? That is serious business. We need to...
A Trans-Siberian. Oh, that must have been it.
We gotta
No, those pipes
report
were
this
rough.
in. There are authorities that need to know about this.
Are there? There are many
Nodding
authorities.
away, things on the clipboard. There are so
Oh,
many
boy.
notes. The
Well,
quill
I
bounces around.
Calling it 2319. I'm taking off.
Oh no.
I gotta investigate some pipe.
Oh dear.
She left you some herbs.
Does there seem to be a mechanist in the area?
Yes, yeah. There are definitely a few shops for like clockworks and mechanists or artificers, that sort of thing around.
Can I guess, go to one of these shops and ask perhaps what somebody might need? At a guess, a flywheel. I'm going to say a train pipe, just based on what she said, on what our centaur friend said. 20 iron studs, and what was the fourth one?
The alchemist spark and
Yeah, and alchemist spark.
the fly's wheel. I don't know why a fly would need a wheel, or why would it be a wheel that flies?
I don't know. Let's go ask.
Yeah, you can locate a like an artificer's shop and go on in. The dude behind the counter, it's just a human. Looks like he's bent over a workbench that's in the back of the shop behind the desk. He's just tinkering on some machinery back there, doing some piecework.
I'd like to ring a bell on the desk.
Oh yes, hello. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Yes, hello. One of my associates who it's great. What would somebody need a 20 iron studs for a train pipe, a fly's wheel, and alchemist's spark? What could somebody make from those?
Well, I mean, quite a few things to be honest, but like in combination, especially a train pipe, it sounds like some sort of. I know those are pretty common components for a warforged. It's a train pipe. I'd assume it's a big one.
Yes, I too would assume that the pipe for a train to go through would. Why it's called a train pipe, not a tunnel, is beyond me. But yes. Huh, okay, the Warforge. What would a 9-year-old girl, homeless girl, want with the Warforge? I say that to the group, not to the mechanist.
Warforged? Like an automaton?
I turn back to the mechanist. Like an automaton?
And yeah, he'll be like, yeah, like, you know, one of them people that were made for the war, the soldiers, and they don't have any war to fight anymore, so they're just around. And
Oh, they are automatons.
yeah, like there's in Eberron, there's an entire race of constructs that were made to be soldiers in the war. They're basically droids for all intents and purposes. Fully sentient, fully aware, but they are made. And now their purpose is done. There's no war anymore, so they're all just kind of like out trying to make the best of their lives. But yeah, they are all of a constructed nature, so they were all built at some point.
What is, if I may, what is an alchemist spark?
Well, that's one of the things that's sort of used to like you can use it for a lot of things. Like you could literally use it to kickstart a furnace, if the pilot's out. But it's you could also I think they use them to help kickstart the mechanical process of a warforged as well.
Do you have any of these things? May I see it?
Alchemist spark, no. I did have a flywheel. Alright. Son of a bitch, where's my flywheel?
Oh.
We know.
Oh.
Well,
And I kind of I turn around and kind of look back towards the door. Kind of just turn my head.
I kind of lean up on the counter and I go, "My friend, you've been robbed, and
What?
for a price, we can tell you who it was, and we might be even be able to recover your item."
Well, I would appreciate it. It's not like a common piece. It's not, not like expensive, but I don't have, that was the only one I had, and I'm going to kind of need it later. So yeah, if you could tell me what you know, I could definitely, compensate you for maybe going to get it.
Yes, but compensation first. Otherwise, you might not pay.
I'm going to start moving towards the door.
Well, that seems fair. It's not, like I said, it's a pretty cheap piece. They're really only like 15 gold, you know.
Perfect.
But like, yeah, I'll give you 15 gold for it.
Great. She's outside. She's a small little 9-year-old girl, kind of urchin-like. She seems to be wandering the square. She attempted to pick that one's pouch, and left behind a bag of green stuff.
The good kush. That is what it is called.
Yes, the good cooch.
Very good.
Beautiful.
It's
Don't worry,
properly
don't
registered
worry.
with that one. Don't worry about it.
It's been properly documented. It's okay that we have it.
Well, okay.
We have the paperwork for the good kush.
So
We have the medical card.
Is the girl still in the square, Ian?
Go ahead. Let's see. Did you go in the shop or were you out still? Just
I did not go in the
kicking it?
shop. I'm
Okay.
standing outside.
Okay.
I'm probably scooting outside to join Soul.
Yeah, she's in the market still, but it looks like she's maybe getting ready to leave. She doesn't seem to be meandering near as many people as she was.
Soul, I think that little girl, she stole that gear. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like leaning like conspiratorially close, but kind of uncomfortably close.
She definitely had it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move towards her, but not obviously. And also trying to blend into the crowd, maybe.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Ooh, 5.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Not great. Not amazing. Like you move towards her and you don't just like straight up run at her, but you're not doing a great job blending in the crowd. You're sort of
waving my arms, right?
You just start like Terminator running towards her.
Don't look here. Here is not where you need to pay
Nothing to see
attention.
here. Move along.
Nothing to see.
Halt! You violated the law.
All thieves, look somewhere else. And,
Does she react?
yeah, she does notice you. And she kind of recognizes you from before, and she's like kind of has that look. She's like, "Oh, I've been made," and she starts to slink off
Oh.
down an alley.
Going to lean back in the shop and be like, "Hey, guys, she's on the move. We need to go get the thing with this nice gentleman."
I'm gonna.
You have 4 feet. The rest of us have 2. Go. You run faster.
Oh, I do run faster.
It's true.
I'm gonna kind of start like trotting in that general direction to kind of try and keep her within my eyesight.
Okay. And what's everybody
follow
else
as well.
do? Yeah. Okay. So you follow. You're going.
Yes.
I'll just-
Professor, are you coming?
I'll just kind of like head in that direction. I'm not like in a hurry or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just kind of follow along.
I'm gonna ask the shopkeep before I follow. Where the best dwarven booze in town is.
Oh well, that's definitely the coppersmith. That's like 2 levels down, 1 district over. But yeah, the whole thing looks like a giant still. Like you can't miss it.
Is it a giant still?
I think it used to be actually.
All right then, the coppersmith. Thank you, sir.
Before I leave, I'll ask the shopkeeper. Does the name Max ring a bell to you at all?
Nope, didn't ring a bell to me.
Thank you. I'll be off.
Okay. So now you all move off in varied pursuit of this orphan.
I would call it lukewarm pursuit on my part.
It's just like 2 people actually pursuing, and then 3 others that are just like walking. You know, like your parents at an amusement park. You know the kids are gonna get in line.
Yeah.
You'll catch up.
Just fast enough to keep the people in front of me like in sight.
Okay.
It's
So
like putting the minimum effort in gym class.
Like,
yeah, just enough. Yeah, the gym teacher can't say anything about it.
Right.
So yeah, you'll go ahead, and she's small urchin, little kid, definitely knows the alleys and streets and all the shortcuts and stuff. So she definitely starts to wind her way through some alleys and behind buildings and stuff. Go ahead, yeah, Dalila and Soul, go ahead and give me survival checks to keep pace.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
That will be 14.
Okay. So yeah, you guys both managed to keep pace with her relatively easy. You're not really gaining on her, but you don't really, you lose sight of her and then you get her again, that sort of thing.
Oh, she's quick.
She's very, very quick, very, very nimble. And you go through quite a ways. Like you're following her for like steadily going downward through the city for like maybe 15-20 minutes at this point. Like if this were a chase movie, it would be super boring.
It's a lot of sustained trotting.
How far back are we from her?
I'd say at this point, you guys, between the twists and turns and stuff, you're probably about 50 feet back from her at any given point. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And she turns a corner. And, a couple seconds later, you guys turn a corner. And she's actually at a dead end. She's definitely in an alley, and she's just like crap. This wasn't.
You made the wrong turn?
And she'll spin around and sort of like back up against the wall, just be like, "You can't.
Hello.
You can't take me. I need to help my."
Acid splash. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Burn the.
I thought you were like evil.
Like, you're a thief.
Yes.
That's hands. How do you want them gone?
Right. 1 or 2.
I would just look at that
The
child.
turning
Okay,
point.
I will stomp you to death with my hooves.
Oh,
Okay, so do you want to do good cop, bad cop, or bad cop, worst cop?
I don't know what the cop is. Hi. I will start to come forward.
And she'll just
Excuse me. No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I saw your grocery list, but I think that you took something from the nice gentleman who runs that shop up in the markets.
I had to. I need it.
What do you need it?
We need it. We need it to help my friends.
Is your friend what is it? Max?
Yeah.
What is Max trying to do?
Max is sick.
Max is sick? Oh no. You guys. Max is sick.
Have
But-
we finally caught up?
Yeah, I'd say at this point you guys can have meandered and just
But-
and like leisurely caught up at this point.
If Max is sick, I can help maybe.
Have you
I will-
reported this to the Fantasy CDC?
Oh. Oh no.
Max is-
CDC?
It
Max
is.
wearing a mask.
I'm about to say we're gonna need some PPE and
CDQ.
Fantasy
nose-
Corona.
nose swab.
Above the table, it's not contagious.
Here.
We don't.
Under the table.
Under the table.
Does
It's
prestidigitation disinfect things?
You know,
Oh.
it cleans things. It just depends on
Yeah.
how clean we want to make it. I think
Yeah.
it certainly could.
Oh no.
Prestidigitate on the molecular level, really just OxyClean that business.
I think I've got a fire spell or two. We can definitely disinfect stuff that way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
No, you guys, I can do it. I can
You
help.
know there's no bonfires allowed in the city. You can't just go throwing fire around. That's a form 32, 45,
I
76.
promise I have
I
no
don't have one of
fire.
those.
I have no fire, but I can help. I can maybe heal. I can heal things. I'm really good at that.
We have well.
What are we healing? We need the flies wheel. That's just what we are bringing back.
Oh, the flies.
I need.
Did-
I. If you can help, that's.
Mm-hmm.
We have. I mean. We're fixing him so he can. He can help Max, like you said.
Wait a second. You're neutering your friend?
No.
I believe Max is one of these automatons.
Ah,
No,
that
no.
makes more sense.
No, Max isn't. Max is like me. Max is a
Oh,
human.
Is a person?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Is a human?
the
No.
the Iron King is a warforged, and he'll help Max.
The Iron King.
Can I roll a history check to see if maybe I have read any paperwork on the topic? Maybe there is a handbook that I have
Who's the
read.
Iron-
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a history. Anybody who would like to can go ahead and give me a history check to see if you recognize the name at all.
Unless I heard it from like a town crier, I know Jack Diddley.
17.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right. So with that, you've definitely let's see. So the professor and bureaucraties have definitely heard of this before. Actually, yeah, real quick, Professor, what is your area of study?
Arcane magic.
Okay, excellent. So in your researching in the past and in bureaucraties in your filing, you both have come across that name before. It in the records of the war, it was a war machine of some renown. Not like like crazy super world famous, but it's a name that was at least used in a document at one time. But that's all.
An ascension machine, or was it just a machine by itself?
The records aren't super clear. But yeah, you both definitely have the name Iron King definitely rings a bell.
Okay, so I kind of chime in here. So how do you think War Machine can help your sick brother?
Well, he's magic, right? Like he says he can fix him. We're fixing him so he can fix Max. Like we can't do it.
I'm going to use persuasion. Say, you take us to see Max. Might be able to help him.
Okay, yeah, give me that persuasion.
4.
4.
Oh no.
You're not super persuasive. Let's see. No. She's not convinced. Like she thinks you're gonna turn her in. She'll be like, no, I can't take you. You'll bring the watch on us, and like they'll just take Max away. They'll take me away. Like can't.
Oh. No. Like
Too much paperwork for that.
all we want to do, we just want to help you. That's all we want to do.
Okay.
My dear,
No,
we are
I
also
want to try to
magic.
go back so I can bring back to shopkeep and get paid.
But yes, all we want to do is to help.
Professor and Talila, go ahead and give me some persuasions.
Okay. Ooh, natural 19.
Nice. 9.
19. 23.
Love those charisma-based characters. I'm honestly, how did you get a 4? Was that just like a nat 1?
4.
Okay. Okay, I see.
4.
Okay.
2-4.
2-4. I see. Sorry, I misheard.
I'd
So-
say that's a really bad roll. 4.
Like, so
19 plus 5. Sorry.
okay. Yeah, sorry, I misheard. So yeah,
Okay.
Soul and Talila, you're both actually super persuasive. And yeah, she's and the little girl, she's kind of like, okay, yeah, and she'll look at you. She'll see one of you is a unicorn and another's an Asimar, and it's like you look pretty magic-y. So she'll just
Chip is magic.
Thank you. I spend many time on Facebook.
So she'll be like, okay, yeah, I can bring you to Max, and maybe you can help fix Max, and maybe fix the Iron King, and we can all be safe.
Yeah. I'll kind of hold out my hand to her so she can take it.
And she'll reach up like gingerly, and she'll take it.
Yee. So
And-
I guess I'll let her lead the way.
All right. And yeah, she will do so. She will lead you guys quite a ways. And let's see. Get this here.
Can I check to see if we're being followed?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception.
You sure you don't want persuasion?
I am persuading those who are following us to leave.
Anybody back there? Just let me know.
15.
Okay. No, you don't see anybody tailing you.
If you're here to kill me, clap your hands.
Wait,
I'm
sorry.
gonna cast mage armor because I don't really trust going anywhere near a war machine.
Okay. Fair deal. And
The rebranding and
so I'm actually, if it's okay with you guys, I'm actually gonna call a quick break. I just need to take 5 to go visit the facilities and get a refill. And we will get into the second part of this adventure in, let's say 5. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take 5. Hop right back, and we will continue this momentarily.
thank you, 5.
All right.
Thank you, 5.
5. refueled, ready to go? All right. So, to sum up, the party of sorcerers that you see here has been enlisted to help out a little girl, an orphan on the streets that they caught pickpocketing both one of their member and a local shop that they luckily happened to go into. And they have discovered that the little girl is stealing to help her friend who is sick and is being helped by something called the Iron King, which needs to be fixed in order to fix her friend. And we rejoin the action here, down, steadily heading into the bowels of Sharn, biggest city in Eberron, down into a district known as the Cogs. This is definitely the Undercity of Sharn for sure. To use Star Wars terms, it's basically right above bedrock, right above the lava pools that are down here because this is D&D.
It's very hot down here.
Yeah, it's hot.
Very hot,
It's
very
dark.
hot indeed.
It's dirty. This is where a lot of the manufacturing happens for the city and a lot of the waste as well. Especially,
Oh, it's
not like luckily not a lot of sewage waste,
okay.
but a
Smells
lot.
like sulfur.
Yeah.
Industrial waste.
Oh yeah. And she leads you down, down, and eventually you arrive at one of many junkyards down here in the Cogs. And you show up, and it's just like this fenced-in mountain of scrap, basically. It's just in this
You could not find
wide...
the parts you needed here?
Sorry, what?
You could not find your parts here?
Not these parts. These parts are... This is... And she'll just gesture at the mounds of scrap metal and industrial refuse. And she's like, these parts are old, or broken, or they're just not good. This is what he told us. We needed new parts to fix him.
Okay.
And you look around and it's garbage. It's slag and cast-offs and broken pieces and all kinds of stuff like that.
A scale of 1 to Tijuana, how sketchy do the inhabitants look?
Well, that's the thing. In this particular part of the Cogs, there are not many inhabitants at all. Like, most people don't even seem to bother.
None of these street rats you were talking about.
No, you haven't encountered any yet. But yeah, this particular mountain of scrap that she leads you to is sort of bound in by a fence, old, corroded. There's a rusty, peeling sign at the front that says "Keep Out" in a couple of languages. And she'll she'll call it the gate, but it's really just a peeled up part of the fence.
Oh.
And she'll
Can I?
And she'll look and be like, "This is the way in."
Oh, how big is the hole in the fence?
Not huge.
Mm.
Plenty for a 9-year-old human. Definitely
Not so much.
definitely a squeeze for a full-grown human. Our Centaur and Goliath, however. Yeah, how would you... It's sort of like, the fence is like a mix of, like, corrugated metal and just chain link fence. And it's sort
There's
of...
a violation there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm noting it down.
Can I go up to one of the ones that has the corrugated metal?
Mhm.
And kind of give it the shake.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give that a tug, and it was probably secure at one point.
Cool.
I walk up. Sorry. I walk up, pull out my crowbar, and start.
Oh.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I start crowing it. But unfortunately, my crowbar does not have a kilt.
Go ahead and as you're peeling this thing back, go ahead and give me a strength check. just to see how
Can-
quickly you
Can
get
I
it done.
assist him in any way that I can?
Yeah, absolutely. You can also go ahead
Please.
and give me a strength check.
That's how we're doing it. Okay, because I could fail.
Oh, no. Okay, let me see. You hurt your finger. You need the tetanus shot. That will be just a straight strength. I mean, if 15.
Okay. Yeah, between the two of you,
I'm
you
not the
manage-
biggest centaur around.
you manage to. It takes a couple minutes, but like you manage to get the corrugated bit peeled off the fence, so that it's a much easier ingress for adults and
Oh, there we go.
borderline large creatures. And yeah, just out of curiosity, how tall are these two particular examples of Goliathhood and Centaurness?
That is a good question. I reckon that Bureaucrates here is 7.5 foot.
Respectable for a Goliath.
I'd say she's probably 6 foot and some change.
Slight for a centaur, but yeah, still.
Yeah,
still
4 foot at the withers.
The withers, or the technical term, the horse shoulder.
Yes, the horse shoulder.
Not a technical term.
Yes.
Know what you mean.
Shockingly enough, withers is the technical term. Doesn't sound like it would be, but most horse terms aren't.
Is that Carl Withers?
Yes. That's my
All right.
withers. His name is Carl.
Do the magic hand thing. You're a sorcerer. Do it.
What's you? You.
And so with that, you're able to enter the junkyard much easier.
I move through this space very carefully. I don't want to brush up against anything and get my khakis dirty. That would just be tragic.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, the
Khakis.
professor just kind of like, and then she whips up prestidigitation and just like cleans all the grime off her as soon as she's through.
And yeah, there
Yeah.
is definitely grime aplenty. This place is just made of scrap heaps. Definitely just dumped there and left to settle. Some of them definitely look pretty unstable. Others somehow more so, but like there's just stacks and stacks of stuff everywhere. Like one pile's just made of like sky skimmers, just basically flying coaches that have all been crushed and pancaked, and they're all just kind of stacked on top of each other willy-nilly. Another one is just like strangely toilets. Just a pile of destroyed toilets.
Destroyed how? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you go look?
No, I don't.
This is not regulation. Toilets need to be disposed of in a specific manner. You've got to fill out the forms, and I'm-
Oy, oy, oy.
I'm very disappointed in whoever maintains this pile.
To go give them a talking to.
Are you sure this is not where they end up after the forms are filled out?
No, I know that place. Dark.
Oh,
I mean, this is a dark
Oh.
place.
It's not the one.
I look around for the little girl and like kind of reconnect with her after she squeezed through the fence.
Okay. Yeah, she's waited for you guys on the other side. And she'll sort of like wave you through, just walking right through all the piles of stuff, like with the combination of, just childlike don't give a crapness and the unfortunate familiarity that she's been down here a while. Just that little heart-wrenching mix.
Yeah.
And
You-
eventually she leads you into a bit of a clearing in this place. And you see a couple of other kids sort of come out when your little girl comes into the area. There are How many kids?
1d4 kids.
1d4 kids. 1d4 plus 1 kids. So no, there's about five kids that come out of the woodwork, as it were.
Age range are they?
They're all somewhere between like 8 and 12.
They human?
It's a mix. The majority are human. Like the little girl. There's a tiefling. There's a dwarf, but yeah, the rest are human. And you note one of these kids in particular, as you go into this clearing, is actually lying down on sort of a. It looks like it is actually a gurney, like they managed to scrounge up a gurney from somewhere. But everybody go ahead and give me a perception check as you sort of take in the scene.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
23.
Your dice are on
Four.
And
4 total.
3, 5, 10. Wow. Okay.
We are not using the D&D Beyond dice roller anymore.
I did the gauntlet with my dice. I just kept rolling them and then eliminating and then rolling and eliminating until the strongest was left.
Yep, I definitely have a Thunderdome spreadsheet for my dice.
Mm-hmm.
Many dice enter, less dice leave.
1.
Well, they all leave. There's only some of them go into my spell book.
Well, I mean, like, because you got to have your set of. Nice. I love those.
Otherwood one, yeah.
I love those. I mean, because you can't just say one dice leaves, because then, like, I mean, you got to have your set of 7.
You're missing 6 at least then.
Yeah, you know, like, you got to have your damage die and your. Oh, that's cool.
This is my roller tray. So matches my dice for the evening.
So.
My dice tower's upstairs. I'm sorry.
So
I just packed away. I have a wooden chest that I got off of a Kickstarter that breaks down into 3 dice storage tubes, 2 pencil storage tubes, a rolling tray, and a dice tower, and it's also got character storage in it. And it all like magnets together, and then then you can like break it apart and remagnet it together in a different way, and it's really fascinating.
I love that sort of stuff. Like, I regrettably.
Oh yeah, the
spent
guy
so
who
much
came up with
money on that.
it's impressive as anything.
Okay.
So
what do I see with the kid?
You're really the only one who gets to take in most of this. Most of you guys didn't roll out a whole very well.
Nose right in my clipboard.
Everybody but Talila basically just sees, okay, there's a kid on a gurney, and there's like 5 other kids here, and this place is a shithole.
Or even are their parents?
Yeah. Where? That is really the big question.
I'm here to ask them.
That's
what I do for a living.
But Talila, you notice 2 big things. The
Yes.
first thing you notice is the kid isn't just lying on the gurney. The kid is strapped to the gurney. Like, very much restrained. Almost industrially.
Okay.
And like, you look at the where this kid is on this gurney, and it's actually like been strapped down with hammered, like, instead of just, you know, the normal like cuffs and things that are on a gurney to keep you from falling off when you're being reeled into the ambulance. They're like leather straps, metal bands. Like, seems a bit much. And in the corner of this scrapyard clearing is a massive metal skull. Kind of blending in with the trash. But you definitely notice that.
Okay, that's a little creepy. I'm going to kind of lean down towards the little girl. What did you say was wrong with your friends?
My friend's sick. Let me see if it actually has the.
Sick as in how? Like a cough or a fever or
The
what?
she'll say it's filth fever. He's got the filth fever.
Filth fever.
And anybody
I
who
like the alliteration.
sorry, what?
I like the alliteration.
Yeah, anybody can go ahead and give me a medicine check to recall the symptoms of filth fever.
Heard of anything like that?
11.
I have no idea. It's a 1, and I have a -1.
What am I rolling?
4.
Medicine?
Medicine?
4.
18, 19, 20, 22. 22!
Yeah, your dice are on fire.
Wow.
Thunderdome,
One of us.
baby!
So anybody who got above a 10 will recall that, yeah, filth fever, it is a serious condition, usually caused by living in squalor. It does present in fevers, delirium, you can break out in, there's a bunch of skin breakouts and rashes. Like, it's nasty stuff. But it's like, if untreated, it is usually fatal, but it is very treatable.
Okay.
And you take a look, like, with your, again, crazy ass roll. You look at the kid.
My special eyes!
My special eyes. My brand.
My brand!
You definitely see that this kid's got filth fever.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, no.
pretty classic textbook case.
I.
Like, you see, like, sweating, like the kid's sort of like moving around a little bit, in definitely a fever haze.
Okay. I'm going to go over just from like maybe like a medicine check perspective. Would I know if something like a cure wounds would fix something like that, or does it have to be something like a restoration spell, or would I know that?
Yeah, I mean, you have the divine sorcerer. You've got cure wounds and stuff like that, right? Okay. Yeah, you would know that that this is specifically a disease. So cure wounds will alleviate some of the symptoms for a bit, but it won't cure it. You would need like a cure disease or a restoration to do it.
Okay. I mean, oh no. Okay. This is a little more than what I can do as I am right now, but maybe I can help a little bit. And I'm going to approach the child and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me the hit points on that.
Let's see.
I think it's a D8, if I remember right.
Let me look. I am looking.
It's been a while since I played the cleric.
Yes, D8 plus spellcasting modifier. So let me see. That will be a 6, 7, 8. That'll be 8.
Okay, yeah, so good solid heal. You do see that like you've managed to like reduce the fever a little bit. The rash kind of cools down, for lack of a better term. It looks a little bit less severe, but everything's still present.
Right.
And one of the kids over that watch is like, "You can fix him."
I can help a little bit, but I cannot fix him all the way. I need he needs a little more help.
And at this point, over in the corner, a pair of red lights will show up in the giant pile of refuse over on that side. And the skull you noted, and everybody else now sees for the first time, will now speak.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Can I roll for jump scare?
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be a 12.
Okay.
I assume I jumped out of my skin in some way, shape, or form.
Oh,
scream
yeah.
girlishly.
Oh yeah, you spook. Yeah. Do you wanna let out a scream? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jump into Bureaucrates' arms like Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yes.
Drops all his papers.
Like, oh.
You are holding the clipboard now, and I am holding you.
Take care of it. It's precious to me.
Kind of like climb down, kind of accept word back, and go. It's fine.
And the skull will
Dear heavens,
speak,
what is that?
and it'll be like, I am the Iron King. I will fix the child. Who are you?
I haven't.
You are a big metal skull.
I am.
Who? How can you help with this?
I have my ways. The children
That
have
is-
been getting parts. I have been repairing myself. And when I am fully restored, I will fix the child.
And then what is it you will do after you fix the child?
When I am fully restored, I will take my leave and go and assault the kingdom of Thrain. And
Do you have a medical license?
so, okay,
Root for
Mark.
an invasion.
Mark, do you have something?
No, the character is raising his hand.
Okay, yeah. So you'll see like the eyes and the skull rotate towards you.
Why do you need a fly's veil?
Yes, the flying wheel. Why do you need the flying wheel?
And why do flies need wheels? They have wings.
You'll sort of see like the eyes kind of like roll a little bit. And it'll be like, it is for my left leg. It was damaged in the war, and I need a new flywheel to make the joints work properly.
Okay. Thank you.
And now everybody can go ahead and give me a history check when this thing mentions attacking a kingdom.
I know nothing.
21.
21, awesome.
11.
11.
18.
8.
Okay, so just the professor on this one. You'll know you all know one big thing. The war is over. The war has been over. So that's big thing that you all recognize. And you, Professor, recognize that place, like Thrain, is actually like one of the more peaceful of the kingdoms that made it out of the war. Like, so it's really, you don't really quite get why this thing would go and attack it.
You do know the war is over, correct?
Lies? Dirty lies.
No. No, this Thrain, I don't think they've been they're worth attacking. The war's over.
Mr. Iron King, sir, I am not from here, and on my travels, I have not seen any war. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm like a third party.
The war goes on. I was damaged. It's thrown here for repairs. I will fix myself and complete my duty.
If the war is still going on, why are you not being repaired by your superiors?
You can tell this thing is just getting like wound up, and it'll just be like, my superiors died in the attack. It was a massive assault, and it'll just start going on recounting the battle in which it was damaged, like a classic war documentary.
How long ago did the war end?
I'm gonna say in this particular case, the war's been over for like 10 years.
Okay.
So it's been a minute, and like the rest of the world has definitely moved on.
Oh boy.
Is there a disembodied Ken Burns voice telling us about these battles?
Yeah, and like pictures will like slowly pan.
Yeah, reading us some letters from the
Projecting
time.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dearest
Yeah.
Mildred, I have survived the assault upon the Sharn Caverns. I expect to be home a fortnight from hence.
Good.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
That man later died in the assault. Yeah, no, it's
Oh no.
He never would get to try the batch of cookies.
That's just sad.
This is too much.
Okay, so he thinks the war is still going. I didn't even know there was a war. Eh,
Yes, it was over 10 years ago.
lies. It has been, and it's until it's
we hear the clicking.
yeah, it's like an old hard drive booting up. Like it's like it's taken it a minute to figure out how long it was, and it was it'll be like, and it'll turn and it'll lock onto you, Professor, and be like, if you can repair me, I will fix the child and I will go about my mission. The children have been helpful, but now that you are here, you could fix me.
And how would we do that?
What is in it for us?
I could, once my mission is complete, I would be a very powerful ally.
But do you not need to go back to the war? Would you becoming our ally and helping us with our endeavors not constitute abandonment of duty?
I will end the war.
It's already ended.
Already, apparently.
I think you need a software upgrade.
A quick update, maybe.
As you're looking at this, as you're talking with the Iron King, you notice the kids have sort of clustered over near Max, and they're seeing that like they're putting their hands on his head, and like
I'm still over by Max.
yeah, and you see them like looking at his rash, and they're just like, they made him better. Like, do we need? You can hear them whispering like, do we need the king? Like, will these people be able to help us? Like, can that? Will
Does the
that
king
work?
have a body, or is he just a disembodied
Ken Burns' voice.
Ken
Burns voice,
just-
rolling eyes?
You gave him a distinct accent, but we turned him into Ken Burns.
It's great. I'm into it.
Ken Burns with an accent.
It's true. It's true.
Go ahead and give me a perception or an investigation.
I will help with it.
Okay.
11 investigation.
Okay.
Where's the second?
Okay. Yeah. What was the second roll? Sorry.
Mark, you rolling?
Yes, 21.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, you two you examine the pile that this thing is in, and it looks like there could be more than the head. And from what you can tell, it might be to scale.
Oh, this thing is very big.
I mean, I don't have any particular, inclinations towards world domination or anything.
They do.
That was real quick. Good boy.
No, that's much later in plan. I must power up first.
Sure.
So you'll notice the kids. You'll see one of these kids, the little dwarf, little dwarf girl, she'll actually like bend down and she'll pick up like a hunk of metal and she'll chuck it at the skull.
Oh, okay.
Does the skull react in any way, shape, or form?
Not really. Not. I mean, the metal just kind of bounces off its eye socket. But the little kid will scream, be like, "You lied! You said you could fix him. She came in and just fixed him." And the skull will like
This
look at
could
the kid. Sorry, what?
This could escalate. I say to the group, this could escalate.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna tell the skull. I said, we're not gonna repair you to disrupt the peace that's lasted for a decade.
And
Also, a good point.
yeah.
I'm gonna reach out and kind of put my hands, like, kind of just gently on the little dwarf girl's shoulders to kind of, like, kind of hold her back, but also kind of like try and comfort her a little bit.
And the skull will you'll see the eyes pan across the group and be like, "Well, if none of you will help me, then you are now my enemies."
Oh.
And it'll just now lever itself up, and you see that this thing is perhaps huge. And in the D&D sense, and it just like is most of this pile.
Oh no.
You see that one of its arms is like this giant mechanical pincer situation. Its other arm is mostly missing. And as it stands up on its legs, you can see that, sort of like it described, one of its legs is definitely not fully all there. Like, it's definitely not in complete working order, but it is able to lever itself up and stand and tower over you and these children. And I would like y'all to give me some initiative.
Oh boy. Here we go.
4.
2.
Oh shit!
Oh man. 21.
Dang.
Dice are on fire.
Dice are on fire.
9.
9.
So my Kraken Mystic Dragon eggs.
Oh, those are nice.
So wait, did we get 2 4s?
I got a 2.
2. What'd you get again, Amanda?
4.
Okay, we did get 2 4s.
I've got a 2.
Okay, yeah. What's your dex modifier, Soul?
That's with the dex modifier.
Okay, both 2. Okay. Okay. I will say Soul goes first. So, because you're both at the
Fair.
you're both at the end. Let's be very honest.
I got clipboards, I got forms to go through, and this is appropriate. I gotta read up on the regulations surrounding this. Make
Don't
sure
take
we're all
too
up to
long.
code.
This business is not up to code anymore.
Make sure we're all following the best practices here.
Oh boy.
So let's see. So we got initiative for the king. Okay.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
It's pretty high. Let's see.
How high is it?
How high?
Oh, high
is
do
it?
you need it to be?
Let's see. The
So high,
scraps,
Snoop Dogg said, "Damn."
It's the good kush. The good kush prevails.
Um, it's pretty high. Like the ceiling.
Around.
The ceiling sort of like is a vary, because it's really just the bottom of the level above you, but it's at least 60 feet.
Okay, so like Mines of Moria high.
Yeah.
And this is the Balrog.
Okay. And the kids got their initiative.
Oh, you fools.
Seems like the boss in Mass Effect 2.
Oh no, I was going to say this reminds me of the boss in Mass Effect 2. The thing is made of nightmares.
It's not dissimilar.
Man.
All
First
right.
time I went up against that thing, I'd been playing like marathoning for 2 days straight, and it was 2 a.m. and I screamed like a baby. It was bad.
What's wrong with a giant like mechanical skeleton full of human souls? What's wrong with that?
Fine. This is fine.
Yeah,
Everything's
souls,
fine.
Most human souls, probably.
souls and juice. So, Talila, you actually get to go first.
Okay, I'm going first. Oh boy, I am going first. I am going to try and usher the kids out of danger. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. Let's see, word to creature against attack.
How tall is the Iron King when he stands up?
Let's see. He is huge. So like a good 15 feet.
Okay.
But yeah, I am going to try and organize the kids to get them moving.
Okay.
And as a centaur, I count as one size bigger while carrying things.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try and see if I can pick up a couple of the kids and kind of swing them onto my back.
Okay.
And
Let's see. Trying to figure out how to best do that. Go ahead.
because the one kid's still strapped down, right?
Yeah, the one kid is definitely still strapped to the table. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead. Real quick, give me an athletics or an acrobatics to scoop up some kids.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with athletics because I am proficient. Not great. 11.
11. Okay, so you can get one.
Okay.
You can get one of your choice to sort of scoop up and toss back there.
I'll scoop up the little girl, but I'm trying to organize the others to like grab the kid that's strapped down. Is it like something that cannot be moved necessarily, or is it kind of like a stretcher that maybe can be picked up?
It's like a stretcher.
Okay. I'm trying to organize the kids to pick up the stretcher and GTFO.
Okay.
My goal is to get the children off of the battlefield.
That seems fair. That seems real fair.
That is what I will spend my action doing.
Okay. And conveniently, it is the kids' turns next. So good news there.
Yes.
They will actually, they'll sort of recognize the need to help their strapped down friend, and they'll start trying to shimmy the stretcher off across this junkyard. The ground's all rough and stuff. Like it's okay to walk around and run around on, but it's not great for moving a gurney. So they're having a time of it, but yeah, they sort of band together. The little girl that is now riding you is like sort of like trying to point her friends. No, pick up that end, and trying to help.
Yeah, could I have used my action as like, because I know they have different designations for actions. Can I have used the help action for them?
Yes. Yep.
Try and help them move things and move along.
Yes, yeah, I will definitely accept the use of the oft forgotten help action. Yeah, it's
Yes.
so yeah, you can help them shuffle the gurney away a little bit faster.
Excellent. Right.
Away from the giant walking monstrosity.
Yep. It's my priority.
And so they'll shuffle away. The little dwarven girl will she'll help, but she'll pick up a little like a bar of something and definitely sort of like act like she's being the rear guard in this situation. And next, it is
Keep an eye on that one.
It is Felkirk. Your turn.
Cool. How close are we to this guy?
This guy is pretty close to you. He's probably about 25 feet away.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast Mind Spike,
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
and he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's probably gonna fail.
And my wild magic did not trigger. What did he roll? Did you say?
A 9.
No, he fails.
Okay.
So he is going to take 3d8 psychic damage.
Okay.
Let me roll it. That's a d8. That's a d8. So that's 8 plus 6 plus 5. So that's 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 5, so 19. Yeah, he takes 19 psychic damage.
Okay. Let's see. Cool. That is a good spike. You definitely see it reel a bit from the assault from that. Seems
Cool.
to have good
And
effect.
he cannot be targeted from me. Not that
he can't be what?
he
Sorry.
can't get it from me, but not.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I doubt that's really
Okay, yeah,
gonna come up.
maybe not. You want to do anything else?
One moment, please. Nope. That's all I need for right now.
Okay, cool. It is now the king's turn. And so what he's going to do is he's going to lurch forward towards the group. He doesn't move super far. Like, he's definitely with that bum leg of his slowed immensely. So he only manages to move about 5 feet towards you guys. And he is actually going to swing out, and he's gonna smack one of these garbage piles, one of the scrap piles next to him, and he's gonna like topple it over towards you guys. And let's see. So I would like Soul and the Professor to go ahead and give me a dexterity save to avoid getting crushed.
14.
14? Okay. I'm sorry, you got muted, Soul.
I want you to hear me crunching on my popcorn.
That's fair.
16.
Okay. So yeah, you both managed to hop back as one of these scrap piles just smashes down right in front of you. And that is gonna be his turn for now. And now it is your turn, Soul.
For my action, I'm going to activate my Radiant Soul, which is so I sprout my wings. Additional radiant damage. My action, my movement, I want to jump into the air so that I am 30 feet in the air, out of his arm's length. And if I can, I want to kind of move off to the side so that he's away from the children.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely get there. Definitely make that position happen.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath upon myself.
Ooh, all right. Awesome. Okay. So, let's see. Bureaucrates, your turn.
Okay then. So I look at this robot king, and I say, now see here, got to follow protocol on this. We all got to be on the same page. I gotta, we. I don't want to play hardball, but it's like we're gonna have to. So what I will do is,
On the
this whole
2319.
the whole time I am furiously scrolling on my clipboard, just like how this won't do. I take and levitate a one of those stamper stamps.
Okay.
It's got the thing and the the handle and the stamp, and I chuck it his way using magic. I'm gonna cast catapult at 2nd level.
Okay.
I love that spell so much.
I'm just gonna throw this stamp at him. And I think, let's see, it travels 90 feet in a direction I choose, falling to the ground. So he's gonna make a dex save as he
Okay.
flies towards him.
Let's see. Ooh, that's a decent deck save.
But
19.
it fails. The stamper flies past him and hits the wall, I would say, and it actually hits on the stamping surface and then falls away, and the word rejected.
Great.
That's what I got.
Okay. So you're good? All right.
Everything A-okay here. Let's get this done ASAP.
All right, Professor. All you.
All right. I'm gonna try to move a bit away from that pile of junk he had tried to fall on us.
Sure.
And then I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Ooh.
And that's probably not gonna hit with an 8.
No, alas.
No, that's fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get into some cover, I guess, just away from him.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. All right. So we are back up to the top. It is the right one. It is Talila's turn.
I'm going to continue to escort the children off of the battlefield, or at least like get them to the point where they can like get the rest of the way themselves, so I can rejoin my impromptu party.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Yeah, I'd say for at the end of this round, like with this action, you can get them to that point. And,
Yep,
and so they can at least hide.
Yep. So I'm going to use the help action once more.
Okay. And on their turn, next, the kids will they'll make it that distance, and then they'll sort of like scatter. They'll try and undo the bonds on Max, but they can't seem to undo the straps or anything. So they'll just sort of like hide him as best they can, get him in some cover.
Just a bunch of kids rolling a gurney around behind a trash pile.
Yes.
Nothing to see here, officer.
You can do it, kids. You can do it.
All right.
All right, and we are back to Falkirk.
All right. He's still pretty. Did you say he moved closer to us?
Yeah, he moved 5 feet closer.
Okay. In that case, I am going to, let's see, where are my spells? Sorry, I know I should have probably had this ready to go.
That's fine. You're only a bunch of people who are loaded down with wacky ass spells and tricks to do. Like, people always make fun of
No,
warlocks
that's
for
good.
just being like Eldritch Blast machines, but like, what does a fighter do every turn? Hit it with the axe.
Right.
One, come on.
I am going to cast. I'm going to move closer to him
Okay.
by about 10 feet
Okay.
and cast Thunderwave
Ooh. All right.
at his foot.
Okay. Nice. And so, let's see. There's a save for that, right?
is he needs to make a con save.
Cool.
He needs to be at a 14.
Okay.
Foot or the bad foot?
I'm sorry?
Good foot or the bad foot?
Well, if I remember correctly, the bad foot, there isn't actually a foot, correct?
Yeah, it's sort of like there's a leg there.
Just
So
kind of
is he like,
up and-
does he have a stump on the ground, or is it like just hanging free?
He's got a stump on the ground, but yeah, it's definitely like
Then that is what I think.
yeah, it's definitely the inferior
I
appendage.
stump with the hope that it might be a little bit, have less traction,
Okay,
as it were.
so he's gonna get a 16.
Darn. So he takes 2d8, or half of 2d8.
Okay.
So he'll take 4 damage,
Okay. Cool.
and is not. Although everything that's not secured within a 15-foot cube of where I am is thrown away from me.
Oh boy.
So yeah, scrap flies everywhere. And I will actually, let's see, 15 feet.
Oh, right. I also have to.
Yeah, tell me. You know.
No, I don't trigger my wild magic.
Dang, I want that to happen.
I know. So do I.
Okay, so yeah, like rubbish and scrap will fly everywhere in every direction. Not with enough force to like damage your friends or the Iron King, but yeah, like bits will just like.
I mean, if I'm understanding our position correctly, the 15-foot cube, which is in front of me, wouldn't push anything out behind me, right?
Oh yeah, no. If it's on the point that you designated, then no, it would sort of. Yep, some of it might blast back towards you, but not, you know.
Right. Yeah. Not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's why I moved up, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
hurt anyone around me.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, everybody in the party's safe. None of it flies back towards the kids. Everybody's good.
Yeah. I'm also gonna take another. I'm gonna step back a few feet though, because I don't want to be in his range.
Okay. That's fair. And let's see. After Falkirk is him. And so yeah, he'll lurch forward again. And let's see. So he's moved up about 10 feet. He is gonna try and take a pincer stab clamp thing out at Bureaucrates. This is definitely at range. He's like, you can see him wind up, and you can see him try and launch this thing forward at you. And that's gonna be. Oh. Good news. He's gonna chump it.
Oh.
He's gonna roll a 1. And
Oh no.
he is actually gonna overextend. And he's gonna have to collapse down for the rest of this round on that arm. So he's, for all intents and purposes, prone.
Ooh.
So keep that in mind. But I mean, he's also still massive, so it's not like he'll be obstructed. And that's going to be his turn. So it is now back to Soul.
I'm up in the air, 8 feet in the air. I'm going to move off to the side so I'm not directly in the line of fire from any of the party. Also, just off to the side from him. I come down within 15 feet, which is also trying to stay out of his arm's length.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to breathe acid on him.
Nice.
And let's see. Until the spell ends, a creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type acid in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dex save, taking 3d6 damage, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay. So as he's massive and on the ground, he's going to be taking this at disadvantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Spell save is 13.
Oh. Even at disadvantage, he got an 18. So.
Son of a bitch.
Hey.
Oh, half of 3d6. Do you roll damage or do you want me to?
You roll damage.
2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8, so half of 8.
Go.
New
Awesome.
Dragon Con dice are failing me.
It's because did you charge them up? Are they glowing?
You need a blue laser.
Like, you gotta they don't work if they're not charged.
These are different dice. These are.
Okay.
I bought these at the Cheswick booth.
Okay.
Got 8 just for Fireball.
I mean, you gotta. You definitely.
Right.
Not gonna lie. Amanda, for I think it was Christmas, I want to say, and both for myself, we found at a booth at PAX Fireball shaped dice.
Awesome.
Oh no.
So
I
they're
love
all
it.
like teardrop shaped and they roll funky, but they're technically D8s. And it's awesome just to drop that on the table.
I use my Dragon Con 2018 dice the next time, so we'll see how they do for me.
2018 was a good year.
Fine
It's a
vintage.
fine vintage for dice.
Yes, come to my dice cellar.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm mostly using my wooden dice right now.
Nice. All right. So after Soul breathes a bunch of acid on this prone gargantuan, go ahead, Bureaucrates, and tell me what you do now.
Well, I'm glad you asked. I have actions that I may do because this is D&D. All right. I'm going to.
Action, reaction, bonus action.
Let's see. I will. There's my cantrip. Okay. Let's do one of these. I'm gonna hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. I'm gonna do fireball.
Awesome.
Making a ranged spell attack.
Okay. Yeah, he's on the ground, but he's massive, so you won't have disadvantage or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Good. I am going to guess that a 7 does not. Even in this case.
No, a 7 does not make it. You hit it, but
Okay. I scribbled down on my clipboard like an attempt was made. And I document this, and we're gonna. Oh, I can convert sorcery points. See, this is my first time as a full sorcerer, so I've got tools in my toolbox that I'm not quite familiar with. That I will tinker with next round of initiative if I am still alive. That's my turn.
okay.
I whiff.
All right. So after that, we have the Professor.
Right, she's gonna try to cast Chaos Bolt again at
Awesome.
2nd level.
Do
because
it.
Come on.
We do
Come
not
on.
fail. Let's do it. That is a 18.
Okay. 18 will hit.
Alright. We're gonna do 18 force damage.
Whew. Okay, you said force damage?
Yeah.
You see the blast go, and you see it, like, just, go straight and true and perfect right at this thing. And it hits it, and you just sort of see the force just ablate and dance over this thing's skin. And it doesn't seem to do anything.
That's fun. Okay.
What did you use?
Force.
Force damage?
Force. Ooh.
So the professor is going to curse, which you have never heard her curse before. And she's gonna
Oh,
take
oof.
another couple steps back.
Okay. And we are back up to the top, so it is Talila's turn.
Okay, how far away am I from everybody?
At this point, you are probably about 30 feet away from the group, and probably about another 20 feet away from the Iron King.
Okay. I am. Let me see. I'm going to, I assume last action I dropped off the little girl off my back so that she could go hide with her friends.
I mean, she didn't want to go. She definitely wanted to ride charging back into the battle on the back of a unicorn lady.
No. No, that's very dangerous. This is not
Fair.
the place for little kids.
But yeah, she did reluctantly hop off and go back to protect her friends.
Okay. Need to be very brave. Hopefully everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything is fine. Okay. And I'm going to use 30 of my 40 feet of movement to get back to my friends. And I am going to... Are the professor and bureaucracies, are they close together?
What about you? What would you guys say? Would you be close together, or would you have like spread out a bit?
I figure I would have. Yeah.
Okay.
Agree.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. So everybody's all spread out?
Mhm.
Oh, that doesn't help when I have a touch spell. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to... Let me see. Hang on to some of that.
Socially distant.
Oh, we're socially distancing. Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to use a sorcery point to twin a Shield of Faith spell. And who is within 60 feet of me?
The entire party is
Okay.
within 60 feet.
But Soul is...
In the
Are
air.
you engaging? Are you engaging this thing directly, pretty much? Okay,
Not
I'm
like
going.
hand to hand, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're pretty close to it. Is he within kind of 60-ish feet?
Yeah, I would say he's within 60 feet of you.
Okay, you have +2 AC, and I'm going to give the professor +2 AC.
Oh, thank you.
So a shimmering field appears around both of you, and I am concentrating on a spell.
Shimmer.
Okay. And so after that, it would be the kids. Let's see. Yeah, let that go. And that's the wrong thing to hit. Okay. Falkirk, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna take another shot at Mind Spike because it worked so well last time.
Okay.
Can he please make a Wisdom save? And I'm gonna make a dice roll.
And nice. And what was the DC again?
14.
Okay, he gets a 13, so he will take it.
So he takes 3d8 damage.
Mhm.
That's 7 plus 4 is 11 damage.
Okay.
And I rolled a 13.
Yay! We decided before the game that 13 was going to be one of the numbers that triggers wild magic for Falkirk. So what happens?
The wild magic table.
Everybody look under your chair. You get bees. And you get bees. Everybody gets bees.
Don't jinx
All the bees!
fun.
Thank you, wild magic.
72. Yay.
72.
Higher is always better.
Usually.
All right. So according to that, no, I gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Wow.
Awesome.
Not as good as I hoped.
Nice.
I was kind of hoping for bees.
Yes, the Iron King suddenly infested with bees.
I actually have a spell called Infestation.
It's gross.
The bees are in
Like,
my eyes.
It's always bees to me. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It has the flavor written in it, but like, it's always bees.
It's the Cards Against Humanity.
Mites, fleas, and other parasites.
Oh, fantastic!
Nice.
I'm glad that happened. All right.
2.
It's after Falkirk is the king. So, he's gonna use his movement to stand back up. That's gonna take all of his movement. It's gonna take him just as long to stand up now as it did when he stood up all dramatically out of the trash the first time. You're getting the idea that that's just how it is with them old metal bones. And he is actually, you're gonna see him make a bit of a change to himself, and he is going to look right at Falkirk, and he's going to say, "I am a gun." And he's going to open his jaws, and he's going to shoot a beam of light right at you. So let's see if he hits.
This is Mass Effect 2. Oh god.
Kinda. All right, so that is gonna be a 10 to hit.
I managed to stumble out of the way.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, he'll miss. But yeah, he still leaves his maw gaping open with, now you can see the barrel of some sort of arcane cannon sticking out of his mouth like an alien, you know. And
All I hear is the Reaper noise.
And that's going to be his turn. And after him is Soul.
Right. I'm gonna breathe acid on him again.
Awesome.
So this is Dex save versus 13.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Only a 12.
Okay, so 6 plus 5 plus 2 is 13. And then I do plus 3 radiant damage, so 16.
16. Okay. Okay, cool. And let's see. After that, bureaucraties. Forgot to do initiatives. Yeah. What you doing with that bureaucracy?
I'm gonna fill out a transfer form, and I'm gonna cash in 3 of my sorcery points to get a 2nd level spell slot back as a bonus action. And then, let me tell you, we've got a lot of fun playing. Hang on.
This is amazing.
I'm gonna go and grab the low-hanging fruit and increase our ROI by thinking about it for a moment. See, it gave me, the randomizer gave me this really weird Unearthed Arcana spell. And yeah, I don't know. We're gonna do the old catapult again. I will summon another one of my stamps. I'm gonna do it at level 1 this time. And that'll be a dex save.
Okay. Oh, 11.
Doesn't pass. So I magically hurl this stamp at him, and it strikes and leaves a mark that says filed. And doesn't amount of damage to it. 3d8. Sorted. They all rolled low.
Oh no.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Bonk. Just the tiniest little dent.
Yeah, do I get a read of like how this creature feels about bludgeoning?
You see that it obviously it left the stamp, and there is a little bit of a dent where the stamp like really got in there, but you feel like it could have done more.
Put it. All right, half efficiency. That's how I roll.
That's bureaucracy for you.
Oh no.
Or it be. I will also take an opportunity if I am not based by him. I will take an opportunity to step back some space between me and him.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you're not
Okay.
up in each other's business, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll move like 15 foot back.
Cool.
That's what I got.
All right, and Professor.
All right. She's going to cast Chaos Bolt, first level this time. $12.
12 will miss.
Oh. Okay.
I want this Chaos Bolt to do something.
Dang.
It's such a cool
Yeah.
spell.
It is when it can pop off. Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to use a bonus action to get a second level spell slot back, and that's my turn.
Okay, cool. All right, so at the top of initiative, the Iron King is going to look around at everybody for just a brief moment, and it is going to make that Reaper sound.
Oh no!
And what it's actually going to do, though, is you're going to sort of feel this pulse come out of it. And it doesn't, like, shatter anything. You see the trash and stuff sort of shimmer a little bit, like just, shiver and vibrate like a heavy train's going by. But anybody who has a magical effect on them, perhaps one of 3rd level or lower, is going to notice that effect ends. Now that won't have any effect on something that isn't specifically a spell. So like the wild magic will still work, and I think your wings will still work, Soul.
Okay.
But any other spell effects will end.
So Sanctuary and Shield of Faith.
Yep, both. You just feel those drop.
Dragon breath. Okay.
Ooh.
Mage armor.
Okay.
And it is now Talila's turn.
Oh, don't like that. Okay. How far away is this thing from me?
From you, about 20 feet.
Okay. Looking up at it, how does this thing have like holes in its chest? Is any particular part of it like glowing in any particular way?
Have we like opened up like a weak spot that shows up periodically if you're
Maybe
timing it
is there
right?
like the Breath of the Wild glowing weak spot?
No, there isn't a
Charting here over a crack.
Yep.
There's a little fairy that flies out of the trash out of nowhere and just zips right up to that spot. No, there isn't like any sort of glowing thing, or you don't see like it's like a Grievous style heart show up out of a crack in any armor, but you do note that this thing there are definite weak spots. Like the leg, as identified earlier, is definitely a weak spot. It's got holes and stuff. It's got past battle damage all over the place.
Okay. This is probably going to be stupid, but
I like stupid.
Stupid is
I'm
awesome.
I am going to run forward,
Okay.
and I am going to run up to its good leg, and I'm going to put like one hoof in front of the other and tap onto its leg and cast Spider Climb on myself and start running up its leg.
Oh, this is an amazing image. I love this. So, yeah, you successfully a centaur. Just like Naruto run your way up this thing.
Yep. And this is the good leg. This is the good leg. I'm going to take out one of my daggers. Oh no, but that was an action. So I guess I'm just going to be ready for next turn. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I have a feature as a centaur.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just double check something real quick.
You do, and I think another one you're thinking of.
Charge, one bonus action. Wait a minute. If you move at least 30 feet straight forward toward a target and then hit it with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, you can immediately make a hooves attack as a bonus action.
Yeah,
But
it does require that you take a swing at it first. But yeah,
okay.
it is.
In that case, I am sticking to this thing like Spider-Man, and I am on its leg. So you just have Skyrim style horse.
It's fantastic.
And that will be my turn actually.
Okay.
Let me look real quick at something. Nope, never mind. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
Cool. No, it's cool. So next would be the kids. They are hiding. So after the kids is Falkirk.
I know what I'm going to do this time. I am going to cast. I'm going to spend my bonus action to convert 2 sorcery points into a 2nd level spell slot and cast Ice Knife.
Ooh.
Right down its. I'm assuming a gullet that's still open.
Yeah. The gun barrel mouth hole is still open.
Cool. So that is going to be a 12 plus 6. So 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Awesome. So I'm going to do 1d10 plus 1d6 damage because I'm casting at 2nd level. So that is going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
And
Nice.
it must succeed on a. It and I, unfortunately, Tallulah must succeed on a dex save.
Oh,
DC
does
of
it
14.
explode?
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. The ice shard explodes.
Okay.
So the Iron King will save somehow, despite being the
Darn.
epicenter of the blast.
What's the DC?
14.
14? I just make it.
Okay. That is yeah, that's my turn. Oh wait, wild magic.
Yeah, let's see. Gotta know.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. So, with that, 69 damage for those of you playing at home.
Nice.
Giggity.
And that will actually, Tallulah, I'm gonna need you with your spider climbing to make me another dexterity save.
Okay.
As this thing starts to topple right over.
Oh. Oh boy. Not so good this time. That'll be an 8.
An 8, okay. Big question.
It's no longer on fire.
Which direction does it fall? Okay. You're lucky. It falls backwards. So it's not It's not going to just pancake you.
Yay!
But you will take a little bit of damage from the fall.
Okay.
So you'll take 6 damage from the fall.
Okay.
But this thing collapses back, flat on its back, with just like there's like sparks and smoke coming from like the head and the gun barrel, and like a couple parts in its core, and it's just that blue smoke when you burn something electrical.
Does that smell like burning electronics?
Sure does.
Does it smell like the old plane at that museum that time?
Sure does.
Yes.
The plane in question
Well, I'm
is
so glad that we
the
all have that mental reference in our tank.
the plane in question is the Boeing 727, I think it is, that they have up in the Museum of Science in Chicago.
That's right.
That old
The
electronic
Museum of
smell.
Science and Industry. Thank you very much.
Science and Industry, thank you.
Thank you. The local, you would know. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to derail that. The
Museum.
plane is it's my friend. My smelly friend, the plane.
That is not the museum with Sue. Just to put that out there.
No, that is not the Field Museum.
A lot of museums in Chicago. It's really nice.
And none of them are free. Moving here from DC, that was massively surprising.
We'll have the Smithsonian endowment to sustain them.
Exactly.
Yeah. I went to the Field Museum because Sue was mentioned in my favorite book series, The Dresden Files. You should all read it.
Yes. Sue has an amazing scene in
when
the
I first
Dresden
moved here, I
Files.
had to make that pilgrimage, and dropping $40 to get in to see it was a little like, oh, that's right, Smithsonian, that's a thing.
Yeah, if you haven't read the Dresden Files, Sue not only makes an appearance, but Sue makes a baller
Spoilers.
appearance. I won't say what it is because it really is the delivery is amazing, but do it.
Yeah, and you've also got to read the 7 books leading up to it. But yeah,
Small price to pay. One of the best moments in the series.
we get 2 books this year. I'm ecstatic.
Yes, it's been like a 5-year gap.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but it's still great.
But anyway,
We take a break to talk about our favorite book.
you're sorcerers, you would.
I tell everybody about the dictionary, the thesaurus, other classic, the common to draconic verb conjugation book, also very good.
Thank God that I can't be put to sleep by magic.
So, success, my friends. You have killed the Iron King.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm gonna clip clop my way up to its face and stab it. Stab.
I perform a damage assessment and take many notes.
Yeah, this thing is extensively damaged. For the best, given its homicide, mass, not just homicidal, but mass murder bent that it wanted to take. So, good news there. You do still have a group of orphans who are now coming out from where they were hiding behind all the refuse, and they're like, you did it. It's dead. Can you fix Max now?
Oh, I look at the others. I'm just like, is there anything like? Are there doctors, healers, priests? I don't
Does
know.
he have insurance?
They're orphans who live in a junkyard. Bureaucraties. Come on.
Now, bureaucraties,
Gotta check.
bureaucraties as a local civic functionary, you would know that there are like houses of healing all over the city. They're all run by
That's Obamacare. Can't have that.
Yeah, they're all run. I forget the name of the house that runs them, but in Eberron, there's generally like a house of the healing sort of situation, and they have several locations throughout the city. Generally, it is a paid, healthcare is like widely available, but not universally funded.
Well, let's
America.
return the man's like flying wheel, and we can get the gold, and we can use the gold to help heal the kid. Yes.
Take a gun out of that thing's mouth and sell it to the city guard.
I mean, certainly there's got to be some rare parts in this.
As long as we report the taxes on the money we make before we transfer
You're gonna
it.
1099 us? Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to go over to the little girl, and I'm going to like tell her like, hey, if we return that wheel, the nice man who owns the shop will give us 15 gold, and then we can use that gold to go help your friend. What do you say?
She'll.
Can I ask Bureaucrates what the cost of a restoration spell is at some temple?
Can I recall the cost of a restoration spell at some temple?
Yeah, go ahead, and while I'm actually looking that up in this book, go ahead and get me a... awesome, there it is. Go ahead and just roll me a history check.
Sick.
6. You've actually... this is sort of good for you. You actually haven't really been seriously wounded or sick in your life, you know, like a couple scrapes, couple things like that, but you've never really like
Never known pain.
never really like broken a bone or had to get admitted to the hospital for something serious. So you're only kind of tangentially, you're like,
It really depends on the insurer. Some can get a better rate than others. It's difficult if you have to advocate for yourself. I don't have a direct answer.
there is an amount
Oh.
Should probably give this small child her drugs back.
though.
Oh, the good kush. That's right. Here, and I pull it out of the pouch and I hand it back to the little girl.
Okay, so like, thank you. Yes, I thought I lost these. These will help.
My kush.
These will help. These help stop you from being sick. They don't help Max, but they help us.
That's good.
Sure they do.
Prophylactic.
Right. Let's get this poor kid unstrapped, maybe. Yes?
Seems like a good idea.
Or we could use the convenient vehicle he's strapped to and
Sure,
wheel him
but we
over to
don't
where he needs to go.
He shouldn't have
But
to
if
be
he's strapped down, he's probably
down.
strapped down because he's
Why was he-
dangerous.
Why was he strapped down to begin with?
Because
Mm.
he's got like the flailies, like the flails.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's fevery, so he's all over the place.
But
Just
I've
don't
helped.
touch me after you touched him. Okay.
Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds.
Yes.
Sing happy
My
birthday.
ancestor was a unicorn. I don't think I have to do that. I think I'm fine. But I shall wash my hands. Yes.
So,
But yeah. I guess.
So with your roll bureaucracies, you can't recall like the exact price because you've never had to pay it, but you do know the locations of several healing houses throughout the city. So you could definitely bring the party and all of these poor starving orphans to the nearest one.
Okay. I lead them there.
Cool. So you get there. It's a very nice, like it's like it's a fantasy free clinic for the most part, especially down towards these lower levels.
Fun and fancy free.
You go, you are able to get little Max admitted and examined, and the tired, overworked looking doctor that is overseeing the kid is like, yep, that's filth fever. 100%. Yeah, it's nasty stuff, especially for a kid. 50
Yeah.
GP.
Ooh,
50 gold, please.
the gold.
I nudge the little girl. I nudge the little girl and I say, "You have 5 minutes. Go."
Oof.
Let me see. Did we get a chance to go back up and return the wheel? Or is that what you sent her off to do?
I sent her off to pick pockets.
The
I don't
kid
think she's very good at it.
the kid is he's not now that he's at one of these healing houses, he's stable, he's safe. He's not, until you guys can pony up, he's by no means healed, but he's not going to go downhill from here.
Okay.
So if you guys want to, we can fast track it a little bit, and if you guys want to say that you took the time to go back up, sell off some of the parts of the Iron King,
Yeah.
return the flywheel,
Yeah.
maybe have some kids pick some pockets.
I just hope she's successful, honestly.
Let's see. 50-50. She manages to she only
I need 50.
yeah, she only she only manages to get about 10 gold
Okay.
out of that process.
Good.
Which, yeah, for a pickpocket, that's several days living right there.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, if you guys want to like sell off anything that you've scraped off of the big guy, or just
Yeah, I'm
hawk
sure
some of your
there's-
own belongings, you can easily scrape together at least 200 for that.
Is the mechanic like Tinker guy that we met before? Would he be interested in some like really valuable, cool scrap?
I am sure he would. He probably doesn't have much use for the cannon. Those being heavily regulated and documented and very traceable in the city.
Yeah, we could use the cannon.
Maybe.
I'm not carrying that.
Oh, you don't want to be like one woman artillery.
It is tempting to become a laser unicorn,
Probably
but
handle the carry of it, and I'm sure they have a plan for it.
laser unicorn.
Who doesn't want to be a laser unicorn?
Yeah.
Get some sharks and put the laser on some sharks.
Oh, there we go. Now you're on to
Fucking
something.
lasers.
Freaking lasers.
Are they ill-tempered?
Laser beams.
Lasers.
But yeah, with with that, you're able to I would say, because this is a one shot and there are no consequences, I say you have the housing for an arcane cannon. It does require a power source, which conveniently you are 5 such power sources. And it can be fired by channeling spell slots into it.
Ooh.
But you also managed to scrape up enough money to go ahead and pay for Max's treatment.
If I pump like a healing spell into it, can it just shoot a giant healing beam?
Perhaps. You'd have to test it.
Aim me at the slumps.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, just for shits and giggles, because I'm making this up on the fly. Go ahead. What level of spell would you like to channel into the cannon, and what school of magic?
I am going. Oh, why can I? Let's see. Can I pump a level 2? And Cure Wounds is an evocation spell,
Okay.
but it's from my special feature of Divine Magic.
Okay. So you point this thing at, and what do you point it at specifically? Just like a scrap pile, or
Yeah,
Lever.
we'll,
Or
we'll,
person.
we'll
Lever.
try. Does anybody want to try standing in front of it? Do it.
Why not?
awesome. Okay.
I'll give you like 2 gold.
Great.
For science.
cool.
Go for
I call
shiggles.
this my pretty cure beam.
All right. So go ahead. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. I'm just gonna obliterate him. Let me see. Do I add anything to it, or just a straight dice roll?
We'll just do a straight dice roll.
Okay. I flung it right off my desk. That's a 17.
A 17. Okay. Does that hits your AC?
Oh, just barely, but yeah.
Okay. So out of the mouth of this cannon, which even a centaur kind of has to. A centaur can probably hold it underarm and probably hit you right. A normal humanoid probably has to like bazooka it. And this beam of bright golden light lances out of this thing right at your face. And if you had taken any damage, Ari, go ahead and roll me for a level 2 cure wounds.
Whoa! I can cannon charge people from far away. Heck yeah! I want to be a laser unicorn. I changed my mind. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
No spell casting
12,
mod.
13. Oh, no mod?
Yeah, no mod.
Just straight dice?
Just straight dice.
Okay, straight dice. Okay. 6 plus 5.
Okay, so yeah,
Numbers.
if you have any damage down, you would get 11 HP back. Though that being said, you are, let's see, you're a half elf. You're okay, drow. It is bright enough that you definitely get a hell of a sunburn on your light sensitive skin.
Which is immediately healed by the 11 points of
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's just like it burns, but it's okay.
burns, but it tingles, but it burns, but it tingles.
It's icy hot.
Yes.
Oh my god. That's incredible.
And
I just kind of look at it with like,
now you're gonna have to share it.
oh my god.
And with that, that is a successful session of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
You killed the giant murder bot. You saved the
Huzzah.
orphans. You invented
We did
magical
it.
artillery.
Hooray.
You have a laser unicorn.
Healing
I like-
laser unit.
A healing
Clean
laser
and-
unicorn.
Mend all the orphans' clothes before they leave.
Aw,
Aw.
Oh.
nice.
But don't tell anyone.
You have a reputation.
You gotta
Yeah,
keep,
exactly.
gotta keep that close.
Yep.
I crumple up my orphan report.
Oh, that's
Aw.
gross. That's real growth right there, bureaucraties. That's really good.
So yeah, Soul and
Got
and
this.
Felkirk, do you
I
have
believe
any
in them.
do you have any parting words?
Happen if we ran acid splash through that thing?
Similar sort of situation. Just again with absolutely no playtesting, no balancing whatsoever. This thing basically gives you the dice of a given spell and the appropriate damage type at a range. So there aren't any bonuses, and you usually don't get any special effects from the spell. But and yeah, it obviously takes magical spell slots and shit like that to run. And just for kicks, it probably has something in it. If you run too much or too powerful a spell, it might explode because you yanked it off of a giant thing's dead mechanical body.
Nice.
But it might never show up in any of my games ever again, so what do I care? Write it on your sheets. Use these characters in
Perfect.
someone else's game. Someone else's problem now.
So I know the spell says that the range is only 5 feet, but I have this magical cannon that I got.
All right, you
Really
say that
adaptive.
now, but you're gonna be real mad when Bureaucrates and his spell cannon roll up to the next Oops All one shot.
Oh no, it's
I wouldn't
it's true.
need a permit
Like-
for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And-
Bureaucracies already has a concealed carry permit.
Sounds like it would be open carry because it's so big.
when yeah when we played Oops All Monks, Uptown Monk, at the end as a reward, I gave everybody a permanent extra key point. So like,
Oh my god.
Awesome.
any of those
Accurate
characters
chaos.
could show up and just screw up a game. So who knows? Maybe
Good.
that's the final session. I bring back everybody's character and just regret all the decisions I made. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, we have to decide
End game.
who has the laser cannon.
Yes,
But-
yeah, that should be the last oops all past characters.
Oops, everybody.
I'll rerun.
That'll just be, oh god, that would be so much.
It'd be amazing.
So many people.
Discord can do like 50 people on a video channel now, so
There we go.
bandwidth be damned.
Let's go!
And with that, that's gonna be the game for this evening. I want to thank my players. You have all been amazing.
You?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. This is just as much fun for me to run as it is for you guys to play. So this is great. So thanks again to my players. I want to thank Ark for whipping up the graphics real quick again for us, like they do every time. But they're definitely what makes this thing look cool. And I also want to obviously thank everybody who watched. Thanks for watching. You're a lovely bonus to see you in chat laughing at our hijinks and shenanigans. And until next time, stay casual.